You've got very positive thoughts from what I understand around Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Maybe talk a little bit just how you see that part of the industry, as a lot of the folks who are watching this and listening to it, they probably have too much of their net worth invested in that sector of the financial world. But how do you look at Bitcoin and crypto?
Yeah, it is part of my portfolio. And from a SoFi standpoint, we always start with the member and what they want. So when we were launching SoFi Invest, I challenged the team to offer beyond auto investing. The team wanted to launch just with robo advisory accounts. And we did offer robo accounts. We still have them. In fact, one of our robo accounts was just named the best performing robo account by Barron's. But we did a survey of our members and we asked them what assets would they want. And sure enough, cryptocurrency was on the list as number 3. We launched the product originally with robo accounts, also single stocks without commissions. And we started to see our members buying Ford and GE. And I couldn't figure out why our audience, which is millennial and Gen Z, is buying Ford and GE. Like, they're not that exciting. I think they're not great growth stories. And sure enough, they were both less than $10. And that was our inspiration to launch fractional shares. We're like, our investors are new. They're trying to figure it out. They want to diversify. So we launched fractional shares. Others have copied us, but we were the first. Then we introduced a bunch of ETFs that are very diversified. So we have 6 ETFs, some that are at $10 price points that have 500 stocks, so they're broadly diversified, some that are thematic like the gig economy ETF. And then after doing that, we introduced cryptocurrency. So on the platform, we initially launched Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We've now added 21 new coins on the back of that. And today, I think we're adding another 6 as of this morning. It's slowly rolling out to members. I believe in Bitcoin as an asset. It's highly risky. It's subject to regulation. It's subject to a bunch of externalities that could impair it. But I believe that investing in Bitcoin is an opportunity to invest in a technology that is going to continue to evolve and then be industrialized and commercialized over the next 30 years, just as the internet was back in the 90s. But it is highly volatile. Every time someone buys cryptocurrency on our platform, we give them a warning that says this is an unproven asset. You could lose all of your money. About 10 to 15% of my net wealth is in liquid net wealth is in cryptocurrency. And I just dollar cost average it into it every week. If you go on the app, SoFi app, and you follow me, you'll see that each week I buy a little Bitcoin, I buy a little Ethereum, I buy a little Doge. I recently added a couple others that you'll see there.
So when you just said 10 to 15% of your liquid portfolios in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, my brother who's here with me looked over at me and his eyeballs almost fell out of his head. Walk through a little bit in terms of how you think of portfolio construction in general. So you got 10 to 15% crypto. How do you think about the rest of the portfolio and why, in some people's eyes, 10 to 15% is a high percentage? In the crypto world, people would say, hey, why so bearish? And think of it as a small percentage.
When I started buying Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, it was about 5%, but fortunately I bought very early and I continue to buy, and that's how it got up to the 10 to 15%. I kind of think about it this way. A lot of my compensation and my net wealth is in SoFi stock, which I'm a long-term believer in. And so the liquidity there is going to be very limited. And so I need to diversify away from that. And I'm diversifying to other asset classes. So I have a lot of consumer holdings. It's probably 20 to 25% of my holdings. And then technology stocks through diversified ETFs are the next significant portion, and cryptocurrency would be last. I generally use ETFs to express my point of view in investing. So for example, I own the SoFi Gig Economy ETF. I want to own those companies that are leveraging this gig economy to drive value. I also own big tech. And so I have some blue chip technology companies through a ETF called PNQI. And I also want some exposure to just indexing the market with a little leverage. So I have a little SSO and a little SPXL. One is SSO is a double levered long S&P 500. SPXL is a triple long S&P 500. Those are smaller positions, but that gives me broad-based index exposure. So I drive my differentiated return through that portfolio construction. Some highly volatile, unproven, high beta stuff, some stuff that I know really well, technology, and then some stuff that's going to benefit from broader innovation in the consumer sector and direct to consumer, not necessarily technology.
Awesome. I think that's a really descriptive way to kind of walk through it. What's up, guys? Bang, bang. Thanks so much for watching the Best Business Show today. If we're going to be the best business show, we obviously need the best partner. That's why the exclusive sponsor of the Best Business Show is SoFi. They're an all-in-one platform that allows you to invest in all kinds of different assets, including stocks, ETFs, crypto, IPOs, and they even have an automated investing function, if that's your thing. So before we start getting after it again, make sure that you go download SoFi, you get an invest account, and when you make your first crypto trade, regardless of what you buy, they'll give you $10 in Bitcoin for free. It's that simple. Head on over to SoFi.com/Pomp to get started today. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you come back and watch more of the Best Business Show tomorrow.